we're artists, and you can only improve your practice. You can only keep on investigating and keep on digging and keep on trying to find that life, that honesty, that authenticity.
Hello, I'm Eline Perez and you're listening to Are You an Artist? Today's episode is with Oliver Byng for a conversation about acting, emotions, and lying to your therapist. This is definitely one of my favorite episodes. Byng is both incredibly funny and very vulnerable, and I just love it. If this podcast resonates with you, you can support it via the link in the description. Thank you. Here is my conversation with Byng. Speak.
Hello, testing, testing.
So, laugh. Are you an actor or what?
Yes. I'm a monkey, apparently.
Well, shall we start with your letter?
Let's go.
Let's go. Dear Byng, we met working at Wilton's musical 3 years ago, and it's only now that we are sitting down to record this podcast, so my apologies for the delay.
I was waiting.
You're an actor I've seen on stage, and in real life, you're a very funny person. And a little bit dramatic sometimes, which I love. I'm really happy to have you here, ready to talk about your work and your journey. So, Byng, are you an artist?
I am indeed an artist. Yes.
Wow.
I've always said it. Like, I remember being a teenager saying I was an artist.
Wow.
Yeah. In this country, it's a little bit frowned upon to call yourself, to have that kind of fun, and you're meant to be very, like, terribly modest and, oh, no.
Yeah.
But what else are we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Well, of course we're artists. That's what we do. We make art. And whether it's through dance or theatre or drawing or anything,
Yeah.
it's art. So, yeah, I think I was like 15 when I started calling myself an artist.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of boring. Yeah, I feel like in this country, everybody's apologizing all the time for who they are.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry to be here. Sorry
yeah,
to
totally. And not wanting to kind of, it's not even a bigging yourself up. It's just like an honesty. And I think it's like, it is a vocation.
Yeah.
And so it's a calling. And so, yeah, I am an artist. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of child were you? An artist?
Was I an artistic child? Yes, always. Like always drawing books and writing stuff and
Wait, drawing
creating.
books?
Yeah, like I would with my best friend, I would make books and they would be like mythical creatures because it was a time of like Pokemon, Digimon, like it was huge. So we made our own books and characters and colored them in and you know, and drew the pictures and stuff and wrote the stories. And so I've always been kind of artistic in that way. And then like I found I was a really sensitive child.
Okay.
And I still feel that way. I still feel like heart on my sleeve, and terribly like feeling things terribly. So that was okay in primary school, and then as I got into secondary school, I think being that sensitive was, I mean, it was like hard. It was kind of, I wouldn't wish like sending a sensitive child to a secondary school, like a Catholic secondary school where they got really bullied for being gay and everything. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. It was a really, really difficult, like, time. So, yeah, childhood. Childhood was such a mixed bag. I feel like I love my childhood, you know, with my mum and my dad and my sisters and growing up in leafy Surrey, and then kind of as I got into the teenage years, that secondary school experience was like, that was hard. And I think for a place of acceptance, that's where I kind of found theatre. Because I wasn't very good at anything.
Wow.
At any subject. In school. And I wasn't into sports, and I couldn't play anything musically. And, you know, I wasn't great at maths, and I wasn't one of the, they call them, I wonder if they still do. They like would take kids out and they would be gifted and talented.
Uh-huh.
And then everyone that wasn't gifted and talented was just the rest, and that was me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you mean that they had like different classes for?
I don't know. They just took them out. I mean, I don't know what they did, but I guess they got more other things, maybe to improve their music or to improve their whatever they were gifted and talented in.
But like, would they go on a trip or like would they go?
Yeah, they'd all be kind of taken away and given extra things.
That's so bad.
I know, and also to be called gifted and talented. I don't know, like
That's crazy.
yeah. So that was early on, but in the drama class, I could quickly. I mean, I think like comedy and tragedy are on such a knife edge, aren't they? And actually, when you know anyone who's funny or exists in the realm of comedy, if you're a funny person, they've often been through a lot of tragedy.
That is so
And
true.
it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And so in order to not get my like head caved in, or to be called, like all the names under the sun, it was very popular to pick on gay kids when we were like at school. So I had to make people laugh. And then, then I could like pivot that, and in drama classes I could create and I could make people laugh, but I could do all sorts of things. And so initially my way into the artistry was actually not a terribly like healthy way. It was an escape from others and a kind of proving that there's this thing that I'm very good at,
Okay.
and it's my place. And so I remember very vividly the moment I'm going to be an actor. We'd been set this assignment to do a monologue.
How old were you?
I was 14.
And that was part of a club or?
Part of like just classes. So we do drama classes at school as part of the curriculum. This is pre-GCSE, I think. Yeah, 14. Yes, pre-GCSE. So we're going to pick it in the next year. And we'd been set this task, write and perform a monologue to the class. And I'd like written it down somewhere and then forgotten about it. And then it got to that day. And I hadn't written anything. I hadn't performed anything. I had a drama teacher who I was kind of terrified of. She really scared me.
Wow.
Yeah, and I wanted her approval, but I'd just forgotten to do the work. And so they were like, right, you're up. And so I got up on the stage and I hadn't prepared anything, but I had watched an episode of Desperate Housewives the night before, and it was where a man had killed, or his wife had died. I really need to go back and rewatch it. And he'd put her in the freezer to kind of keep her.
Oh wow, that's
keep
so
her
Desperate
alive.
Housewives. Yeah.
It's so Desperate Housewives, so melodrama, like.
That's crazy.
And I improvise as if I was that character talking about killing my wife and putting her in the freezer. And I felt alive. I felt just like, wow, like, and people were eating out of the palm of my hands. And it was, and I was just making it up. And I felt very powerful and very just creative, and it really unlocked something. And I distinctly remember, even being 14, like, wow, there's something in this.
Wow.
There's something I really like about this.
That's such a cool story.
It's I did Romeo and Juliet in Italy. And it's a big tragedy, and then at the end, as you do with a lot of Shakespeare, you end in a dance, a jig. And I did, and the song was Joy by Ray, which is such a great song that we were like, and we got members from the audience up, and we just done this like 2-hour like tragedy that after Mercutio dies, it just doesn't let up. It's everything goes wrong, and it's like visceral and guttural. Got someone up, this Italian lady, Nonna, and she just yelled at me. She was like, "Theatre is live." I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes it is." So I think it's that.
Italy's a good place for that. Huh?
Oh,
Drama.
the best. They say just don't let go, because we've got the stiff upper lip here. That oh, don't show your emotions and hold it all in. I think it's a hang up from the war. Whereas Italy's like, yeah, release it, show, like, feel those emotions, live those emotions. And so it was great to do a tragedy there and also have the permission to really let go and really, really go there. But I think that life in art was what I was responding to when I improvised about killing my wife and putting her in the freezer.
Wow. And then how did it go when you told your family, oh, I want to be an actor?
I don't know. They were very supportive of me. And I think they've instilled a really good work ethic in me and my sisters. And there was never, I remember people's parents would choose their subject of their children.
That's so true.
That was never my experience. They were like, yeah, okay. And, if you want to do amateur dramatics, if you want to do like youth theatre, we'll pick you up and stuff. And bless my mum, she has been to everything. She and isn't a lover of all theatre, should we say. She doesn't like Shakespeare, which is kind of my modus operandus. And no, she's been, terribly supportive. I don't know, like, it obviously is a concern for a lot of parents that their children are going to be penniless artists, and or it's a really valid concern, because it isn't something that you can usually make bags of money from. And so you might there was a French lady I was talking to yesterday, and she was telling me it's called the life of an artist. It's like a famous phrase. There's le
I'm French, so
I know. Essentially it's like a very well understood thing about like the penniless actor.
Well,
I thought you'd know.
Oh, is it in French?
Yes.
La vie d'artiste.
La vie d'artiste, yeah.
The
And
life
it's
of the artist,
more of a understood thing, like
Yeah, it feels like it means that it's quite unpredictable and kind of, when you say it, you're also a bit excited, it's like, ooh, what's gonna happen? But it's also, ooh, how am I going to pay for the rent and everything?
The next meal. Yeah, it is, but no, they were really supportive, and my dad as well. My dad's, salt of the earth taxi driver. He was in his care home before he died, and he was telling all the nurses, he was like, they loved my son so much that they took him to Australia. That's how much of a brilliant actor they thought he was. And he was like talking nicely behind my back.
So beautiful. That is so sweet.
It's we want our parents' approval, and it's so, I think it was, they were very supportive and still are. And actually talking to my mum and my sister, because they have lived more traditional lives, or are living more traditional lives, actually sometimes their opinions or what they think I should do in life, or what decisions I should make, are often the most important, because they're not clouded by the industry or,
Yes, very interesting, yeah, because there's a lot of noise out there, especially in London, and you just meet like fellow artists all the time, and they really know what you should do or you shouldn't do, and everybody's telling you, and you can get a bit lost there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's competitive as well, and that really, competition is the thief of joy, and it can really bog you down. And also, it's I guess sometimes, you know what, I'm going to go back on this question after answering it so confidently. Um, I guess sometimes with theatre, you're often working with other people's lines and you're taking direction from someone else. So I guess people do think that acting is a little bit of a muddier art form in terms of it's not pure. It's not like you're creating a portrait. You've painted something, or you've come up with a dance. You've choreographed a dance for yourself.
Yeah, you're kind of the channel of...
You are the channel of other people's art, is what people think.
Yeah.
But I would disagree. I would say that and a career is like a whole separate thing, because often you will do things to pay the rent, or you will do things because, this looks good on my CV, and you will do things because, you just need to build momentum and do stuff. And I think if you're not careful, you can really lose your artistry in the more commercial side of things. And so it's really important, and part of going back to drama school as a mature student was this for me. It's really important to keep your artistry in all things, and to keep the honesty, the liveness, to challenge everything, to go deep into everything and do your practice in stuff, because otherwise you will just be a space for someone else's ideas.
Yeah.
Rather than a collaborator, a fellow artist to the writer, to the director, to the lighting designer, whoever, to create something live in that moment and space. So, yeah, that's important to me. Still keeping the trueness, the honesty, the liveness in your practice, even though you are collaborating, and hopefully that's a healthy, fruitful collaboration. You're working with someone, you're combining ideas. It's a mixture, it's a melting pot, rather than being dictated to how you should stand.
Have you had experiences like that where you had no freedom at all? And
very early on, and I think it set me up with some bad habits. I worked with a director who would line read you. Have you come across this?
No. Oh, so they would say the line and then you will have to repeat it in exactly the same way?
Yeah, the same inflection and everything.
Yeah, oh my God.
So they would say the line.
Yeah.
And you would have to repeat it exactly. And it was shocking. It was really, it's old-fashioned. I worked with another director that was like, don't worry, they'll all be dead soon, everyone that does that. But I think it is tempting when you have an idea in your head, but you've got to find a way. Also, collaboration is so beautiful, because who knows what the other person's going to come up with.
Yeah.
And who knows what shape you can make together. But yeah, he gave line readings, and if you really weren't doing it well, or how he wanted it, he'd get up and boost you out the way, and you'd have to pantomime him. And it led to really dishonest acting, because I wasn't sure why I was putting stresses on things, and I wasn't sure why I was moving to this place, other than
he told you to do it.
He told me to do it.
Yeah.
And so you're
really not connecting to the character at all.
You're not in the space of liveness. You're not going with impulse, your own impulse. Your things don't make sense to you. So that was actually...
I had this experience quite a bit with life modeling, when a teacher really wants to fix me as if I was sort of object, and oh no, your head is just a little bit tilted to the left, and then you just, I'm just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Because, you book me as a life model, not as a lamp, or I don't know.
No, it's bizarre. People seem to forget that you're human.
And usually I'm the best model when the teacher is just like, okay, it's going to be 5-minute pauses and you do what you want.
Great, yeah.
And then I can really come from, okay, how am I feeling today? And then I can do much more interesting poses.
And that's the life that they're trying to capture.
Yeah.
It all
And then
comes
usually
back to
they're quite
that.
happy, when that happens. And
Yeah,
it's so interesting.
I don't know where it stems from. I hope it's a practice that's dying out.
I'm wondering if there is something British about it as well, about controlling, or the sense of there's a fear of losing control, I feel like, here sometimes.
Yeah.
Even with emotions, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's about wanting to get it right.
Yeah.
And wanting to get art right is like bashing your head against a wall, because there is no right.
Exactly.
There is only art.
Yeah. And there's only the moment also. And
It's only the moment. And there's only, and you're right, you should bring how you feel, because you're supposed, and in theatre, we do it again and again and again every night. The art is in feeling it, or for the first time, is finding a way back so that you can hear what's happening, you can react in the present moment. And I think in all art,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but particularly in theatre, probably in dance too, you're there, we're reacting in that moment, we're listening, we're thinking as the character. And so if you've been told to say something like, and then do this, it's like, of course it's going to be the fakest thing ever.
And also, how do you remember it? Because, I don't know, I feel like I'm struggling a bit with memory sometimes, but it needs to make sense for me.
Yeah.
So I need to find my own reason. And
well, I think because you're terrified. It's an easy, you're frightened of getting yelled at. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm.
And does this happen often, you find? Or what's the percentage of
luckily it's low. Every director works differently, and you also find your collaborators who you have a language with, and but yeah, it's
12%.
Oh, I wouldn't even say it's that high.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a thing of the past, and I was very early in my career doing fringe stuff, and but no, I've worked with, thankfully, more good directors than I have bad directors, and each to their own. But yeah, no, I think a good director just constantly asks questions. And I think I don't want you to have the solution for me. I don't want you to have every answer, let's find it, because then I feel like you find the most honest and true one when there's no big idea. It's like, have a million ideas, don't just have one.
Yeah. Have you worked for a screen as well?
A little bit, yeah. It's why I went back to Aura, RIP, because I hadn't done much, and every time I saw myself on screen, I would cringe so much, because there was a largeness for sure. I was thinking, my gosh, and there was an inauthenticity. And so I wanted to learn more screen skills. And actually what I learned is, people will tell you there's a big difference. There really isn't.
Okay.
There's little technical things. And yes, you don't have to show as much. You don't have to, but they both need to be coming from a real, honest, live place. And you need to be experiencing it. And if you're not, but on theatre, because you've got to reach, the gods.
Yeah.
It has to be elevated. It has to be more theatrical, but all coming from that truthful place, from the work, from the study you've done. Whereas screen, it needs to be very.
It's just a scale thing then.
But it's the same. It's acting.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing, and people know. You can recognize truth. You can recognize when you're immersed in it, and when someone does something and you're like, what? Huh? What's that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. It's so visible. I've been to screen acting classes, and it's so interesting to do it and then to watch yourself and to watch other people and
yeah, and it's an editor's medium as well. It's you can give, you know, I remember doing one thing and I was like, oh, that one take, you know, the third take out of 5 was the best. I really cried and I really was, you know, that he should use all of that. He didn't use that.
I know what you mean.
You're like, okay, so it's out of your hands in a way. You just, so you can only do the best on every take and then someone else will decide the shape of it.
Yeah. And I don't know if you feel that, but I've also felt sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm really there. And then I watch the thing and I'm like, what's that?
What is it? Yeah.
Yeah, this is off.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're feeling it too much.
And yeah. And then like another one, I'm not so sure, but it looks good.
Yeah.
But maybe it's a beginner's thing of...
I think there's sometimes when you're, I really felt it. It's maybe there wasn't that connection to either the camera, to your scene partner, or to the audience, you know, depending on what medium it is. And you're maybe too focused on yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas the Meisner thing is all on you, nothing on me. I'm looking at everything you do. I'm looking at your eye movement. I'm looking at your little hand gesture. And I'm hearing what you're saying. And I'm responding to that.
Yeah.
But everything I do is in relation to what you have given me. And but if I was really sorry, I'm doing some acting here to the listeners. I realise this is the wrong format.
I mean, I'm sure they can hear how beautiful it is. They can hear it in your voice, the body posture and all.
But if I was really acting, really feeling it, really in my emotion, it's kind of more about me, and that doesn't read as truthful, because think about when you're, I don't know, you're in an argument, or if you're in love, or in anything of heightened emotion, which is drama, you're just thinking about that other person. You're thinking that horrible cow. You know, it's that. What on earth? You are solely focused.
Yeah.
If you're in love, you're thinking, oh my God.
Yeah.
He is everything. Look at his ears and his little way he scrunches up his nose. Like, we're not very conscious of ourselves in reality as we are when we're acting.
But I feel when there is a letting go, because I can feel quite self-conscious if I'm not feeling, I don't know, 100% safe.
Yeah.
Which is in most places.
Amen.
But yeah, it's like when you're completely absorbed into like speaking to someone you care about, or like even at work, a task that you're doing, or that you're getting in that kind of place, I guess.
Yeah. It's totally, and it's not very interesting to see. I mean, even if I want to see you kind of struggle on your own, there's a great bit of a note I was given, and it's often in soliloquies in Shakespeare. And so all you have in a soliloquy is you and the audience. And I've spoken to some actors that kind of hate it, like hate talking to the audience, and, you know, find it really arc, and they blur their eyes or they look above their heads. This piece of advice, this note, was to embarrass the audience with your honesty. I love it so much. And it's just, you're there and you're telling them. And if they give you a funny face, you're there and you take that funny face.
Yeah.
And you think, but I'm telling you all my secrets. I've got nothing to hide from you.
Yeah, I like that place.
It's, very much. I love it so much. I think that's my favorite place. And so if you can translate that from the audience to being open with your partner, to being kind of open on the camera, and the screen will pick it up if it's honest and true.
Wow, I love this episode.
Oh, I hope so. I've waited long enough.
It was worth it.
It was worth it.
Is there like one emotion or state that you really struggle with
Ooh.
in acting and probably in life then?
Yeah, I'm pretty after all this Italian chat, I keep my problems to myself. And that is something that I'm working on. Opening up to in therapy and stuff, I still struggle with that. You know, therapy's not therapy if you're going to just lie to your therapist.
That is so interesting. I was thinking that because there are still some things that I haven't said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I...
Yeah, I'm paying 50 quid for this
Exactly.
person, whatever it is. Yeah, and I'm like lying to them. I know, it's so... it's because, of course. I think, when I'm upset... about something, I keep it. This is probably my British side, or I don't know, or keeping things, and it can really destroy you from the inside out, you know. So I guess translating to acting, that emotional vulnerability, I'm much better at it now, but it was a process. It's not just being able to kind of cry on cue. That's like meaningless.
Can you do it though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But that's a falsity actually if you're not gonna be emotionally honest, really open. That's just a mechanic thing. So I think that was, I remember doing my foundation at East 15, and that was the note that they really wanted me to work on. And I have. Yeah, and I will, and there is something interesting about a character feeling something and hiding it, but sometimes often with drama, you're done hiding it, or there's a time when you need to feel it, you know. There's drama in you hiding it up and trying, no, everything's fine, I'm carrying on, you know, but something is not fine.
Yeah.
And in tragedy, we want to see these. We want to see you fall to pieces. It's the catharsis. That's why we're watching a tragedy, because it helps us deal with emotions. So go there, like, and it's, you know, with Romeo and Juliet that I've just done. The teenagers are dead. It's awful.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I've arrived in a place, but. You know, we're artists, and you can only improve your practice. You can only keep on investigating and keep on digging and keep on, trying to find that life, that honesty, that authenticity. Ongoing practice.
Cool.
But I would say that anger's very easy for me to do.
Is it?
Yes. Oh, so much pent up rage. You know,
I find it so hard.
You find it hard to be
because
angry.
I feel like I've also, when I'm angry, what I do is I am by myself and I go for a walk, and I kind of, I can't remember when is the last time I shouted at someone.
At someone.
I think I probably never did it.
But on stage you have that freedom.
So I don't
Use
know.
it. Yeah. So I find it easy to access that, like in real life. I think I have to censor myself a bit better.
When you've never done it, you don't know how to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I have done it there. And actually, there's something very scary about a people pleaser, which is what I am terrible, losing it. Because it means that they've kind of bottled up everything, and then it's a kind of Jekyll and Hyde moment.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I've lost my temper a few times.
Okay.
I can access that. Yes. Happiness. Happiness is weird. Did you come see Blue Stockings? Is that the one you saw me in? Yeah. I remember liking that character because he was happy and joyous. And there's not many characters that are.
True.
Everyone's kind of terribly conflicted, and so to play a character that just always had a smile on his face and wanted the girls to do well and to succeed and to get on in the society and to get their degrees. So this is a play, sorry for the listeners, this is a play about Blue Stockings, who were the first group of young women who wanted to study at Cambridge. And there was a big demonstration against it, and it's kind of tragic, and none of them got their degrees. It was a long time trying to remember about it. And I was a male professor who was kind of risking his job and his profession to teach these young women. And he, of course, like, he has a purpose in life. He wants people to achieve, and he wants good on people. And so, and to learn, you know, that teacher archetype, like, I want people to learn, I want to kind of grow people. He was great to play. Happy is not one, I think it's the only character I've played that smiled. You know,
Very nice.
jollyness. Yeah. Okay. Anger, sadness, happiness. Okay, that's kind of rudimentary emotions.
But still, yeah. Huh. Do you have inspirations and recommendations of maybe a book and a movie? And
Ooh, okay. I read so much nonfiction. Oh, okay. So I'm a real Shakespearean, and there's a wonderful book which I'm sure a lot of people have read, but it's good even if you're not so into Shakespeare. It's just a great read. It's Judi Dench's The Man That Pays the Rent. And it's a lovely book. She goes through all the characters she's played in Shakespeare, and there's a lot of it, starting with Ophelia at the Old Vic, and then I think her latest one was Paulina in The Winter's Tale. And she has a really human way of talking about her characters. You know, it's not heady at all. It's a very emotional way. And I think as any young actors, I mean, unfortunately, they're all female parts. But I still find it useful to go in as an exploration of how you should really think about characters. And she really humanizes everyone and what they want. And she's got all the amazing stories from Stratford. So
I really want to read that. Yeah,
it's great.
It's great.
And they're naming a theatre after her. The Shaftesbury Theatre, then renaming it the Judi Dench Theatre in honour of her 90th birthday. So,
oh wow!
Happy birthday, Judi Dench!
Happy birthday! You know, tomorrow is my birthday.
Tomorrow's your birthday.
Yeah.
Shut up! Oh my god! So near the solstice.
Yeah.
What a day to have a birthday.
I know.
June.
It's a perfect month.
And it doesn't get dark until it's the perfect birthday.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
Oh, I have the worst birthday.
Is it like in end of December or something?
I would say I have the worst birthday in the calendar year.
1st of January or something.
It's the 2nd of January.
Okay, yeah. This is the worst.
The worst, because everyone's done. The party's over. Everyone is doing dry January, or their New Year's resolution is to give up cake. They're partied out, they're tired, they're hungover, they don't have any money, it's cold, it's wet, it's miserable. It's no one comes to my party. But I've got too much of an ego to change it or celebrate it in the summer. So I always, yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Oh, wow. We really have polar opposite birthdays. It's almost 6 months.
That's true.
It's almost 6 months because we're halfway through the year now.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we get along though, so.
Oh, that's so nice. A film. Have I seen a film recently? I go to the theatre a lot. Oh, okay. I'll give you a theatre recommendation.
Okay.
When did this podcast come out? Probably be over by then.
I think end of July or beginning of August.
Okay, yeah. This will be over by then. But hopefully it will have more life in it. It's my good friend Lev Govorovski's one. He's directed it. It's at Riverside Studios and it's called Ron. And it is just bonkers. It's a one-man show, and it is gruesome. It is so engaging. Like, talk about life and being in the present moment. Lots of improvisation. Oh, I don't want to spoil it too much. Okay, it's gruesome, it's compelling, it's really tragic and very, very, very funny. It's kind of like a stand-up. Starts as a stand-up, and there's a twist in it which is just so cool, like unlike anything I've seen at the theatre. So if it does have a future life, yeah, go and see Ron. I think it's on until mid-July at the Riverside Studios in Hammersmith. But,
yeah, that'd be in August, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I believe in it. I think it's going to tour or I
If
don't
anyone
know.
has any funding,
Yeah, if anyone's got any money. Yeah.
please also fund me.
Yeah, and me.
Please get us jobs. If anyone is listening out there. Okay, random questions of the end. What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? What makes me laugh? Oh, I haven't prepped these. Okay, what makes me laugh? Memes. I don't even have a specific one, but memes. My friends send me memes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very nice.
It's like I've thought about you in a very like non-specific way, but it's not. It's nice.
Nice gesture.
Yeah.
What do you think about talent?
Talent. Oh, I think we all have our natural affinity for certain things, but it can only take you so far. And I think I put in so much research and so much work and so much like trying things that I think talent is only, if you're going to do it via talent only, you've got one way. But if you can back it up with process and skill and practice and other, research other things, it's going to be a much better rounded performance. I think we're all, lots of people have talent, but I know a lot of talented lazy people. Do you mean?
I love this sentence. Do you like to go to the supermarket?
Yes. I like to go to the supermarket abroad.
Oh.
I love it.
Which country do you prefer?
I love, Italy, of course. I mean, the supermarchés in France are amazing. Boulangeries?
Boulangerie, yeah.
Anywhere. I'm just, because it's just so, I'm like, what is all this? It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Like, straight out the airport, let's go to the supermarket. And if it's a hypermarket, like a big one, I'm even more involved. In fact, I found a yogurt called Slag in Croatia. So I had a picture with it.
And?
It was a delicious yogurt.
Okay.
But I just posted it on my Instagram, like, you are what you eat.
If you could live a parallel life, what would you do?
Parallel life, what would I do? Something I'm interested in. I think I'd be a raver in the hacienda or in the gay scene in Manchester in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
I think I'd live in a squat.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, the 90s. Yeah, no, I'd definitely go back to pre-internet, pre-social media, pre all of this.
Yeah.
And I would live a kind of maybe Woodstock, maybe a kind of more freer, hippier
Hippie.
lifestyle. Yeah, I'd be a hippie. Yeah,
Very
let's
nice.
go for it. I know, that would be really cool.
I could really see you as a hippie, actually.
Yeah, I'm getting more
In
spiritual.
another life, though.
Yeah. I want to be that, but maybe I'm too composed, too controlled.
And any dream for the future?
Happiness, peace, love, joy, everyone, success, abundance. I want abundance for myself and for everyone I know and my friends. And everyone, like inner peace. Outer abundance and inner peace. How about that?
Oh, wow. Such a philosopher.
Well, there's enough to go round. I don't know why we bog ourselves down with so much unhappiness and unpleasantness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Byng.
Thank you. you. It's
Amazing
lovely.
episode.